Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, my Facebook channel people. Today we're gonna have a topic. Oh, there's something that's near and dear to my heart. And today we're gonna talk about harassment on the workplace. Now, some of you guys, before I start, I would like for you to like my channel, like this video. Give me your comments on it. What do you think? And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about this. Uh, um, Topic that's really taboo, okay? And I'll go back in my past. A lot of times now we're looking for a new job, especially after the pandemic. We're looking for a new job. We're looking for something where it's less stressful. And, fortunately for nowadays, they have Google review where you can look at the job and stuff, but you really can't say, well, this is a good company, because a lot of times in the Google review, the person that's writing the positive things about the job is the job. Okay. Now, before I start all off, I'm not an attorney. I don't practice law and stuff, but I do talk about legal issues that address the public today. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So you get this job and they take you through orientation. I've been through there before, and they tell you after all the things that you're going through, uh, uh, this company A, will not tolerate sexual harassment. We will not tolerate gender basting. We will not tell about this. We don't tolerate none of this. And you like, oh, okay, and then you get hired, and it is a nightmare. Woo. Harassment don't have to be about a woman and a man. It could be the same sex. It could be somebody that's younger than you that is doing something to an older person. It's broad. So you say, okay, I got this stuff going on. Let me tell my manager. Or it may be the manager. Maybe the manager that's doing it. So you say, I need to tell somebody. So you go tell somebody, and all of a sudden you get the target. And what I mean by the target is, now you got to look over your shoulders. You got to wonder what's going on. All of that. Now I'm going to tell you what the law says about harassment and bullying and all of that on the job. And then I'm going to tell you what really happens on most companies that you report. Now, you're supposed to report. The federal government says that anytime you report harassment and then your job does something to you, it's called retaliation. And you could file a lawsuit, a claim against that. You can seek damages for somebody causing you problems on the job, such as this: harassment, discrimination, bias of sexual orientation, all of that. Now, with that being said, the real thing is that a lot of times these jobs, when you start reporting it, even long before you go before the EEOC, or whatever the commission that you go through, they have already started putting a target on you. I'm just being honest. They are. You need to take a breath on this one. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of times, a lot of people don't know that when they start doing what they call constructive termination, constructive wrongful termination. They start, if you notice, like for instance, you never had a problem on the job. I'm just giving you some examples. You never had a problem on the job. You never did this. You was always on work. You never got a write-up. You never had a meeting. Then all of a sudden, you get this manager that talking all up under your clothes. It happens. And I'm going to be honest, it happens a lot more in black women than it does anything else. But the difference between is that they're saying that a lot of African American women date on the job. Well, okay. So you being on the job and talking all under your clothes, you don't feel comfortable. He always trying to get you to go out with him. You don't want to, you don't want to be bothered. You just want to go to work, do what you got to do, and come home. Boss always, all up under you, trying to talk to you and stuff. And when you finally tell them, look, I don't want to be bothered with you, then it becomes a problem. That's illegal. But then it takes it further when you start telling the company, hey, I am going through this. You got to realize something. A lot of these companies, they have a heavy lawsuit, high turnover rate. That's red flags like that. If you got a job that has a high turnover rate, especially in something like industrial stuff like that, they can't keep anybody. 9 times out of 10, that's what's going on. 9 times out of 10, that is what's going on. You have a supervisor that, he's good at production, but he got a habit of trying to talk to women on there. I guarantee you, that's called a pattern in practice. And they usually gonna let him stay on until the cases start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they start losing money. Then they're gonna get rid of him. But normally, if he's the money maker, and they basically let him do what he want to do, or they let him do what she want to do. Yeah, you do have, I promise you, harassment don't go just by race and all of that. You got some people that's going through some same-sex stuff. You got some people who are gay that are hitting on straight people. I've had it happen to me. I'm not gay. I tell them I'm not gay. I don't have nothing to do with what you're doing, but I'm not gay. And they still think that they could use their position to get you, to win you over. It's about force of choice. So what do? So I'm gonna give you some points about, I always say this, but y'all don't never take me about how you need to handle your stuff. Now, I always bring this up. Y'all already know this is New York, but this is what I do. I'm telling you, when you start getting stuff like that, the book don't have to be that big. Start keeping a journal. In fact, I'll find you one while I may be talking, but I'll find you a journal. Get your journal. When they start telling you things that don't make any sense, singling you out, trying to get you to do this, look at your journal. Start writing it down. Date, time, who told you that, what is his position, and what he did. Start keeping a journal, because that could save your job. That can also be an advocate for you with an attorney. When you file an EEOC complaint, make sure you write the document down. Make sure you know when they call you about it. Now, I had a job that I worked with, and I worked from home, and I had this manager that kept saying that I was making it up, that my computer was messed up, and then when blame me, blame the keyboarder and the key. That's me. Then the computer went out, and then when I tried to fix it, it became a problem. And then when she wanted to fix it, even on the advice of the IT, she gonna tell me I was, she wrote me up. She did. She wrote me up. I got it removed off my report. It became retaliation. It became it. She's a female. She's black. It happens. But you got to learn how to protect yourself, because right now, when it's easy for an employee now to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna start creating a paper trail. They start asking you about your work. You ain't never had a problem with your job. Now all of a sudden they questioning your work. They nitpicking, trying to find little bitty things to write you up or to have a conference. You may have been late getting on a meeting or going into a meeting. They want to write you up for that, but they let everybody else come in late. Or better yet, you need to take off for your family, but you've been doing that too many times. But they let the other person do all what they want to do. Unless you are having a relationship on a job, where you sleeping with the manager and all of that, that's, and even that's wrong. I would encourage anybody, don't mix your paycheck with your personal life. You will not succeed. You will not succeed. So you say, well, Samantha, what do I do? What do I do? Well, document it. One, document. Make sure you document. I'm not going to lie. When I see things about to get ready to go sideways, and even if they don't, emails. Make sure when you start emailing your supervisor about violations and stuff, don't leave it on your company email. Send it to your personal email. Do not keep anything on your personal email, because when they fire you, they're going to get rid of all of that. They're going to lose all of that. That'd be your word against theirs. So you start keeping your CC, blind copy yourself your stuff. They can't do nothing about that. Blind copy. Somebody tell you something wrong, blind copy it. Make sure it goes to you. You got document. Create your folder inside of your personal email where you can take it with you. Number 3, if you can, don't go in no meeting admitting to anything. Don't go in there admitting that no, the proof is on them. Even if they write you up, you don't have to sign it. Don't just go in there and, well, you know what, I got to write up. It'll be off in 6 months. No, No. No. I don't sign none of them. I don't care if that you got to prove that. Prove that I'm this type of person. And a lot of things people do today, I promise you, it's a dead giveaway. Don't sit here and analyze the whole situation. Well, I'm going to get all my write-ups and I'm going to show them that I ain't never been wrote up. Come on now. No. People do that now. I got somebody calling me, asking me, well, what about what I did? Baby, let them prove. The burden of proof is on them, not on you. Don't you sit there and build them a case. When you start, well, I'm going to pull my emails and I'm going to show that, you know what, that I only been written up 6 times. Really? What I was wrote up for? And then, you know what? Write-up documentation is the perfect way to get rid of somebody, even if it's not right. Documentation is the best way to get rid of somebody without them being guilty. No. 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 I see people all the time, they don't CC their emails. I tell everybody that I have a conversation with, save your documentation. Save it. It's a lifesaver. I don't care if you get that, whether there's write-ups, memos, I'm even go further, letters that you get in the mail, stuff that you get, save all of it. It is a reason for that. Don't be so quick and put stuff in folders. Dollar Tree got little manila folders for $1.25 and it comes in 10. You can put that and get you a one of them little foldable storage things and start putting your stuff in there. Save your stuff. Save your paycheck stubs. Save your paycheck stubs. Save stuff, because you don't know what's getting ready to happen. You don't know what is going on, especially after you file a complaint. Document. 3rd, if you do an EEOC complaint, stay on top of it. Let them know incidents that had happened. Let them do that. If you file a complaint with your job, notate who you talk to. Notate what they say. After a while, I stopped communicating with this. I start doing this. Because see, with this, it's hearsay. They could say they said and then turn around and say, I didn't say nothing like that. I don't know where she got that from. But see, when you start doing this and they start doing this too, okay, I got that. Okay, I got the answer I need. Let me go ahead and send it to me on my personal email. The company that I was working for, you could record the conversation. You could record it. And first thing I ask, am I being written up? No. I cannot record this. Yeah. Am I being written up? No. Is this counseling? No. We just having it. But I need to know what is the purpose of this meeting. Well, I just want to address something that happened. No, ma'am, I cannot address this. Or whoever it is, I can't address it with you. Right now, the company is doing an investigation. If I start talking to you with this, I may say something that may hurt me, or I may jeopardize of the investigation. So can we talk later? No, I just want to get it out there. I understand it, but I can't talk to you right now. No, well, I just want to, my boss, well, ma'am, I'm going to have to, you don't hang up. I'm not going to hang up. I didn't hang up. I said, well, ma'am, I can't talk to you. I said, at this moment, I'm ceasing all communication. I'm ceasing all communication. I held the phone. She said, you're not going to talk to me? I cut the TV on. I looked at TV. I still heard her. No. Mm-mm. Is there anything you want to ask me? No, thank you for calling. Click up that day. That was my exit. Then I let the compliance officer know what was going on. It's so many people that are being terminated for just trying to do a job, just trying to go to work, don't want no problems. It's a lot of it. But how you deal with it is going to affect how you come out of it. Because being stressed out on a job, it's a mental thing. And it's a physical thing. People don't think that, but it is. It's a mental thing and it's a physical thing because it will make your hair come out. It can affect your skin. It can affect your digestive system. Stress can affect so much of your body. Have you having a stroke? So many people have snapped and went on their job and hurt innocent people that did not need to be hurt because you know what? They had a few knucklehead management up there that didn't know how to do their job. But I guarantee you, if you start documenting, if you start documenting, and then you take the next step, if you feel like you cannot trust your management, take the next step. That's your state EEOC and your federal EEOC. Make sure you document. Because you can't go on there and say, well, you know what, he been picking on me for long. No, you need dates, time, and location. Start doing that so that when you build your case, Do you need a lawyer to go through EEOC? No, you don't. But your journal becomes a legal document that can be submitted in court because of what you're doing. That's just like I tell you, paperwork through the court system is designed to protect you. But it's, this, I'm just going to throw it up here. Like this piece of paper, this could be an injunctive order for my boss not to mess with me. Or this could be a order of protection for my estranged husband not to mess with me. But a bullet can go through paper. This is just something saying that, you know what, if it gets too bad, there's other alternatives. But you have created a paper trail. And my thing is that when you start doing all of this, well, like I said, I tell people, I'm gonna be honest. I hadn't had more jobs than anybody that I know, because when I was young, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. When I was young, I had to keep a job because I had babies. I was a single mom with babies. Even though I was getting the support from the father, you got to realize something. I wasn't married to him. So I mean, he kicked in, but the children lived with me. I was a primary custodian. So I had to do what I had to do. So, when they got older and they got bigger, and then, you know, I'm like, now, I promise you, I am not trying to be on no job. I'm not going to stress myself out. I got diabetes. I'm not finna kill myself. I'm not finna sit here and let nobody talk crazy to me, because I'm going to tell you something. The pandemic has opened so many doors for people who want to change jobs. It's not even funny. You can go get the job you want now. You ain't got to take the job. You ain't got a lot. Why you think fast food people are struggling? Because don't nobody want to go back to fast food. Because why? Because they talk crazy to you because somebody talk crazy to them. So they don't want to be a part of that. You see a lot of jobs that are, or a lot of companies that's having a hard time to recruit. Look at they sign-on bonus. Somebody that's telling you, like, it's a Bojangles up the street. Yeah, Bojangles. Says, we got a $1,500 sign-on bonus. Really? How long you got to work? 3 months. Sounds very tempting. But they got offer. They offering that because you know why? They've had a bad streak of people. They had a high turnover rate. So next time when you applying for a job, or you're going through some harassment and stuff, and I'm gonna be honest, on some companies you can literally settle yourself. You can say, okay, you know what? I filed this complaint. It's not working out. I'm not finna financially hurt my family for that. I tell you what, give me 2 months or 3 months of pay. You pay all my taxes and you pay my insurance for 3 months or 6 months or whatever it is. And then, you know what? Let me go and sign something, and then I'll go. And normally what they'll do is they'll keep you on the record. You won't be an employee, but they'll allow you to be on the record so that you can go ahead and, find you another job. Yes, you can do that. You can. And you can do it through a mediator, through EEOC. You can do that. A lot of people don't know that. You can basically negotiate your way out of a job. Especially if you've been going through some kind of discrimination or hardship, and like I said, these companies now, they are being made to pay, and they are settling these big ticket things of discrimination, gender, and all of that, because they feel like if one doing it and a whole mess I'm doing, it could be a major wipeout for that. Okay. So, well, I wanted to thank you. I want to thank all my people who have subscribed to me and donated to me. I want to thank you guys so much. I really do. But I want to tell you, give me your thoughts and comments. Have you ever been harassed on a job, and how did you deal with it? Or, just tell me. What are your thoughts? Thank you. This is a Friday, so you guys better have a great weekend, okay? Thank you so much.